Yeah, so just starting to sense where you are by noticing your feet on the floor, and any sounds around you. Noticing things like fabric on your skin, these can all seem like really minor things, but they all help to anchor you and nudge you subtly to the present moment. So just see if there's any other way that your body would like to anchor a bit more, what it would like to notice a bit more. Maybe things like shoulders being tense can be in the way of being here, so just allowing the shoulders to soften. And even having an expectation of having to be relaxed in this time could be slightly getting in the way of you being present. So just see if you can release that for the time here. Knowing that your body knows how to be present. Your body knows how to relax. And also keeping an eye on your breath, just noticing it, how it's flowing. How it's entering your nostrils, going all the way down to the belly, and leaving again. And as you're starting to slow down, you might start to notice a few things that are still a bit rushed, or remnants of when you were a bit more rushed. And we can just invite these things one by one to also just be here, soften, so we could start with the jaw, just checking how it's doing, if it's holding or if it can release a little bit. Because we've sensed with our feet on the floor and our breathing in our belly and the fabric on our skin and what we can hear, we've sensed with all of that that we are safe right now. So just see if the jaw is in agreement with that as well, if it also got the message. Because sometimes just to be extra sure, it might hold on a bit more. But just giving it permission. It's okay. It's okay to relax. You could also check in if there's anything in the way of your jaw relaxing. So if there's anything it wants to communicate with you, why it might not yet feel safe. And just letting it know that you're here, you're listening. As we said at the beginning, we're not forcing relaxation. It's just about showing up and being here. And that can sometimes take the pressure away from your jaw having to relax. But this is about you, about slowing down. And let's check if there is another thing that hasn't quite got the message yet that right now is a time for slowing down. Just scan your body. Any holding, any contracting, any pushing kind of energy. You may like to send a warm, kind breath there as well. And checking in with your overall posture, that your spine is aligned. You're not pushing your head too much forward or slouching. You're here and aware and present in this moment. So for the main part of this practice today, we'll check into what we could call resistance to resistance. Because a lot of us have something that we are resisting or pushing against, trying to get away from. And then we have a feeling about that resistance as well. So see if you can make contact with that feeling of resistance in your life. If it's about being on time for things, or if it's about something you don't want to happen or something you're worried about. Just knowing that you're grounded here, nothing can happen to you. But just get familiar with that feeling of resistance. That for many of us is there quite a bit. Just see how that feels in the body. You don't even need to give it a label. Just see what it feels like. You may notice your breath getting more shallow, or whatever you're noticing in your body is unique for you. And just sending some compassionate warmth to that from your grounded self that is here. You may not like it, you may find it distracting in your life, but just acknowledging its role and that it's here. And then let's tune into the second thing, which is the resistance to the resistance, which usually has a slightly different quality. So how you feel in response to the thing that you're resisting. And just seeing if you can feel that. Feel how that feels in your body. See how it feels different. And also acknowledging it with some warm compassion from your grounded self. And how would it be if neither of them are bad? That both are trying to help in one way or another. But also the part that is resisting the resistance. How would it be for it to know that resistance isn't a bad thing? It's not something you have to get rid of. It can also, as a human being, it's going to show up in your experience. As a human being that cares about your survival, your thriving, the people in your life, the world, resistance is going to show up. And what if how we tune into the resistance at first, what if that feeling can be there, and then the resistance that resists doesn't need to jump in because it's okay. Just seeing how that feels within your system, if there's a resonance to that or if there's not much opening to that, it's both fine. Because some people, when they hear that, they don't need to fight against resistance. There can be a lot of relaxation that can unfold, a lot of pressure that can be eased, where it can just become part of your experience, something you don't have to fight, something that just pops up sometimes. And funnily enough, when we're in that space, then even resistance seems to be less intense. And this can be really beautiful for our jaw and for our nervous system. Because a lot of the tension can come from resisting our experience or what we think our experience is. But when we enter the state of allowing and embracing, we can flow with our experience a lot more. Meaning less fighting, less tension, fewer symptoms. And just feeling that gentle ripple of relaxation from your tongue to your jaw. Just a little bit less pressure. Just a bit less pressure. And how that wave then moves down across your neck to your shoulders, down your arms, into your chest, into your heart, just letting everything soften a little bit more before we come out, just letting those waves ripple down your back and your spine, your belly where you're feeling your breath expand and contract. Your bum resting on whatever surface you're resting on. And your legs, left and right. As the waves ripple into your knees, right and left. And slowly travel down to your ankles, to your feet, giving you that sort of whole body awareness of being in your body in this moment. With maybe a little bit less pressure to do things or to resist what is present for you. Have a beautiful day or night. Much love. Soak up these soothing vibes.